Today's the day to hopefully fix all the problems with the Civic so we can start going full mod mode and just have fun with the car. What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today is a day that we're going to start doing some things to clean up the Civic a little bit more and kind of fix some of the problems that we're having. Now, over the week, I didn't record this because I thought this was going to be such a hard install and I thought it was going to stress me out. But let me put the key in the car. We fixed the window. So we put a whole new window regulator and everything in there, and honestly, it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to take hours, and I thought it was going to be a super crazy install, but it took maybe like an hour max, and it really was easy. So I'm really happy now that I have a window that goes up and down, so I don't have to cover it with a trash bag while it rains anymore, because I got a window again. So today we have two things that we got to do to the car. One is just to make it look a little bit prettier, because right now it's not looking so pretty on some parts of the car. The other one is so we can take it back to inspection and pass the car. Now, the first thing we have is a front grille that we're going to install, which is a very easy install. I think it's only a few clips, so I'm not really like worried about that because it should be super duper easy. But the second one is the trailing arm bushings are supposed to be coming in literally any minute now. I don't have much time. I have a few ways that I'm going to try to make it go by faster because I do not have the special tool to do it. So we're going to try some things once we get there, but we're still waiting on the mail to come. It's like 2 o'clock now and I only have 3 hours left before I got to leave to do stuff, which is really unfortunate because I want to get that done. I just want to get the last inspection sticker on the car so we can just drive the car legally and start modding it. But once we get that trailing arm bushing, that's the last thing we really have to worry about until the car starts giving us more issues like it always does. But window is fixed. The front grille is going to make it look a little bit more like a car and less janky, I think, I hope. And then the bushing is going to make it legally drive. The last thing we're going to have to worry about is going to be the distributor, which I think I'm going to wait a little bit on to give us more problems, if that makes sense. So it's an easier diagnose, because I don't feel like spending $100 on a part that might not fix it. But I really want to start getting into modding the car, because that's why I bought this thing, was to build, to mod, and to have fun with it. And so far we haven't done that at all. So hopefully once we get this trailing arm bushing, we have some fun with the car a little bit and we can start modding the rest of the car out. Gotta love when you have to use tools to just pop the hood. But right now she looks a little bit naked right in this area, so we're gonna fix this. So I did get this front grille on eBay for I think $13, and I think you can kind of tell, I mean, these tabs are a little bit janky, but hopefully it fits and looks good. So I'm just gonna put it up there, and then I gotta go rip off the other bumper things because I think all the tabs are in there, so I can actually get this to like fit in. But just put it in there and see how it looks. I'm gonna say it looks a little bit better already. It's not even in yet. So a thing I did notice is that the bottom of this grille is actually supposed to slide onto the bumper part, and this bumper is so bad that I don't think it's gonna happen. We already knew the carparts.com bumper had whack fitment, and it's supposed to slide onto, I'm gonna try to see if I can like focus it in here. It's supposed to slide onto these rails right here because there's little clips on the other side, but it doesn't even come close to it, and you would have to lift the bumper up. This bumper just fits poorly, and carparts.com, I'm sorry, but your guys' bumpers are it's not gonna fit properly, I don't think, but it might be good enough. Again, it's only a $13 grill and it looks better than just a hole. Honestly, by putting this grill in, you can really tell how poorly the bumper is put on because it makes even more gaps. This bumper is just a pain in my ass, like, to be completely honest. I am going to take a look at the old bumper, see if I can get the clips for the bottom portion of it just to make this fit a little bit better, because right now this looks like ass. Now this front bumper again is from carparts.com and it makes a lot of gaps. So I'm not sure if I should like find a new bumper and do something with this one, because this one always had fitment issues, but doesn't look that good right now. I tried to do a bit of an adjustment on it, but those tabs don't line up to any of the original OEM tabs, so I don't really know what they are for. So we're just gonna have it in there like that. Yeah, there's a lot of gaps, but I think the hood needs to be replaced, and I definitely need a OEM bumper because this bumper fits like. But other than that, it does look a little bit better because it doesn't look as janky because there's a grill in there now. Before there was no grill, and I thought that looked kind of worse. So now the last thing we gotta do is wait on the mailman so we can do our trailing arm bushings. And I've been waiting like a week to do this, and it sucks. But we just gotta wait on the mailman to come. He should be here literally any minute, and we can start going on that. A few days later, we finally got our parts all in now. So we're finally working on the car, and I got the tire off, and I thought I was cambered a little bit. I guess it's cambered more than just a little bit. So the thing we're trying to change out is this, and you can see there's like no more rubber in there. Hopefully this isn't too difficult to get to. And man, these drums are rusted out too. There's so much I need to do to this car. But we're gonna start by taking, I guess, this whole thing apart and seeing what we can do. One of the biggest problems I find sometimes is when your tools just aren't good enough for the jobs that you're trying to do. And when I'm saying that is I have this impact right here, which is the smaller of my two impacts. My other big impact is still with my dad, and he still uses it sometimes. So that's why I don't have it with me from when I moved. But this one just doesn't want to seem to do the trick for me. So right now I'm at a bit of a standstill, and I got to figure out what to do about that. This is another one of those times where I don't think I've actually ever been limited by tools before, and I think this might be the first time because of the fact that you can't really get a ratchet in there unless you're using a lot of extensions, which I'm gonna try to use and see if that does anything for me. But right now, I might actually have to take an L today, which I'm kind of upset about. So I have to go to my parents, go get the good impact, and then we can get this done. When in doubt, just get all the things you got extension-wise and put it on a ratchet and whack it with a hammer and see if that does anything. I'm not really certain it's gonna do anything, but we're gonna try. Definitely isn't an easy job right now. A trick that does work though is push it in, use all your body weight, because now look at this. We broke it free, boys. I did not think that was gonna happen. The problem with doing suspension work on a 22-year-old car is bolts get seized, and they get seized bad. And you need things like breaker bars and things like lifting the car up and everything, which I don't have access to, unfortunately. Right now I have a bolt that's connecting, I guess where you do your alignment, the alignment bolt, and I can't get it to budge. And I'll show you where it is. You can see my my wrench hanging down from it. I'm gonna try to do some power thrust kicks on it and see if it works. But right now I think that's the main one that's holding me back. So the problem I'm having right now is with that one bolt, and it's because it's in a really tucked in spot, so you can't really get an impact to it, I don't think, without removing maybe plastic trimming and body panels and stuff that looks like that. And so this bit is literally like 2 inches, not 2 inches, maybe like a centimeter too big to really fit in there, so it's not working. And then getting a regular wrench in there, you don't have enough leverage to actually break the bolt loose at all, which is really unfortunate. So what I'm gonna have to do is get some penetrating fluid and get a breaker bar or a smaller 14mm that's also a 1/2 inch drive to make it work. So right now, I think I'm gonna call it a fail today because I got stuff to do in like 20 minutes. And I really want to see how far I could go with this. I didn't think I was going to finish it. It's unfortunate that I couldn't finish it today because I really want to get this thing street legal and going. But we're getting somewhere, slowly but surely, with this thing. This old suspension is very tough to work on. If you guys made it this far in the video, do you guys have any advice of how to actually break that bolt loose or break bolts anywhere like that loose without power tools? Because I have no clue how you would even get a power tool in there unless you had like one of those like crazy 90-degree impact wrenches, which maybe I should probably pick one up. I think they only have those in air tools that are like the super good 90-degree ones. But if you guys have any advice on how to break these bolts or a different way to like go about doing that, please DM me or comment, because that would help me out a bunch, because I've been working on this, I've been trying to wrench out this for like 30 minutes now, and I just can't get it to budge one bit. Using this small one is definitely gonna give you a lot less leverage than this big one. And even just by trying like the foot trick, and the foot trick is leaning against this brick wall and using your body weight to push it, I cannot break it. So I think if I get a little bit longer on this and get a bit that actually fits into the spot, I think we will be able to break it, hopefully. Penetrating fluid obviously is also gonna help. I'm gonna try to look up some tips and tricks on it real quick just to see if I can find anything, but if not, it's kind of a bust for today. So looking at what I'm supposed to be doing, there is a black box plastic thing that's really blocking me from getting a ratchet or gun in there. So I think I might be able to remove that. I want to see if I can find a swivel and then get my bigger impact wrench, because if I do that, then I should be able to break all these bolts no problem. Hopefully nothing breaks, but it's really that like alignment bolt that's really getting on my nerves now, because I can't physically break it with all my strength. So I'm gonna call it quits today. I'm gonna try to maybe go to Lowe's tomorrow and see if I can get the tools I need for it. I might film the rest of me trying to just break that bolt, might not. Haven't really decided yet. So unfortunately, this video, we're not gonna be able to do the trailing arm bushings. Just an attempt today. But what we did get done is the front grille to make the car look a little bit prettier-ish. It's still not that pretty. We're getting there. We're like 6 different colors right now. We'll be one color one of these days. But we're getting there. So if you guys could please just do me a small favor. I know this Honda content is weird stuff, but we're getting there. My levels of